How do I get the auto exposure off? So annoying. Whatever. We'll deal with it. And let's link the Discord and then how's it going, Nathan? How's it going, future self? On lunch? Nice. No way, I just griefed that. And it lives. Monkey noise, my ears. Well, I may have majorly griefed it, but at least the amount of damage I took was pretty low. Like, I messed up there too. I was probably like minus 30 seconds worth of volatiles. Brought the Rapier to 150 because I saw you do it. Yeah, you don't really do that. Not at a 150. EDS is kingdom. There is a reason for everything. Like even the bone dagger, I wouldn't bring it on 150. You know, there's always a reason to every setup. Depends on the invocation, what other gear I have, you know, stuff like that. You'd be like that. At least you learned. Kind of a cracked Baba so far. Now I think I messed up and lost a tick, so I'm not gonna go for the wait one tick there. Nice. Worked out though. Nice melee. Another 3 free hits. Nice. I love it. You love to see it. Slow shadow, more free hits. What's all that? I meant to move under there. We do this, I think. That should be just 2 hits there. Do 1 cycle for a little bit. Bit of a slow P3, but good P1 and P2. Not a good puzzle layout. Make a guide. And when I feel like it. A lot of work. I have a short that kind of goes over it, but I'll probably have to actually do some video editing if I want to do it. How's it going, Polka? So I would have to slow down and describe the cycle. Right now I just pretty much do live gameplay. I'll probably have to use like a video editor. Kinda lazy. I should. A lot of people won't really bother to learn it, to be honest, because Redx is simpler. Was that your work? Yeah, work. Ah! My leg. Weak bone dagger. Okay, see, it's in the title. Share some tips. About what? Just butterflying? You gotten a shadow during 106 purples? Yeah, I have, but I'm really dry for solos. I haven't gotten a solo shadow since like 150, so it's been a hot minute. I'm essentially like 80 plus purples, or like, yeah, like something like 80 plus purples without having seen a solo shadow in a while. So yeah, I have, but there have been like teams and stuff. Kind of ridiculous. Is it possible to butterfly without losing ticks? Yeah. I'm not that good, so I'm not the person to ask about that. I lose a tick here, but I think it's worth the consistency of being able to hit this guy faster. Got a solo shadow? Congratulations, Shallows. You humongous for the account. Like, I've gotten team shadows, but like I've only gotten like 10 or 15 team purples, and 2 of those shadows have been during Tbows. Only 1 of my shadows has been during my solos, which is kind of disappointing. Essentially, for the way butterfly works, Polka, is like you have 4 tiles essentially, and you want to attack on the north and south ones, and then use the east-west ones to move in between the north and south ones. You can technically go in any order, but my tiles are only set in one order. Been a little bit inefficient with my points here. Be doing this. So these Agiles are all on the west side. Every southwest tile is pretty much open. What we'll do... right click this guy, bounced, throw, throw. I'm hitting the Agiles plus Kephri at the same time. Again. Getting a lot of points coming through. Much increase in purple? I think it's about 4%. Insanity optimal for 300s? Yeah. Once you're at 300s, you want to be on Insanity. And then Walk the Path will push you to 350. Level 2 Akka. We'll have a Juicer Zebak then. I think you go from about 14% to about 17.8. I think. I don't know what 500s are. I assume 500s. Is it the Red X Baba that you're using about saving a lot of time? Yeah. I probably on average save 30 to 40 seconds with my Red X over a standard 6-tick Red X. Potentially more. Nah, I think 34 seconds is fair. Like, a really fast Red X for most people is like 330. That's like below average for me. So you see how I'm attacking on these north and south ones? So I'm attacking on like these styles, and in between my attacks, oops. Yeah. I'm clicking like here to move, then here after an attack. So I'm attack, move, attack, move 2 ticks over here, move 2 here, attack. That's essentially how it works. When you're going underneath the shadow, you want to hold shift so that you don't actually click the shadow here. If you're holding shift, so you're unable to attack. I don't know, I think that's an in-game setting to hold shift. No, I think it's menu entry swapper. That's essentially the basis of it. You still make 40-minute timer? Yeah, for sure. I'm averaging about 35 to 36 minutes doing these raids. Oh, made a mistake there. Moved a little too early. You can save some ticks by protecting melee every now and again to kind of reset our keepback cycle like this. And then we can lose the ticks doing it later. This is a downside about using a webweaver, but if you mess up, your DPS is in the gutter or ranged. I messed up. I shouldn't have been 2 away. I should have just been 1 away. I also dragged them too much to the right. But whatever. That's an easy way to transition that quadrant right there, to use that tile. As soon as you see Akka kind of like slide into position, like shift a little bit, you can move over here and attack. I'm on range throw, I just realized. And then that's an easy way to transition coming out of middle if you mess up. Either you can attack in the middle, like here, and then attack here, but if you mess up the timing, you can always just back up 1 and manually path like an L. Yeah, Bolka. I'm not using true tile indicator. A lot of people like to use true tile to get a exact feel of where Akka is per tick. I don't really like it. That's why I'm using there's a regular NPC highlight. He's actually basically like a tile ahead where he actually is on this indicator, which is probably not recommended for noobs, but I think it helps. I personally like it more. I think it's less visually intrusive. I messed up there, getting burned and moved early, for sure. I could have just sunned regularly, but I wanted to get an adrenaline off, so that if I need it for the last phase, I'm not like completely doomed. Now I use melee thralls after the more recent update, so make sure you use those. Move back into it, no. I don't like being below 50. Oh, I'm just gonna heal up. Started a Vortic Butterfly. Yeah, it's easy to learn. I wouldn't really recommend it though. It's a lot of DPS loss if you're using like Bofa. Was a slow Akka. I did let it change twice though, because I messed up. So it's expected to be slow. For the sake of the 8-mans, yeah. Well, they should be doing the butterfly then, SMH. Ooh, I wonder if I have enough time to... Yeah, I do. Get these specs off before adrenaline. Oh, yeah. Nice. Can't seem to get it work without tanking Ranger. Is it in the cage? Is it in the cage? Alter replaces BGS. Yeah, you don't really need a God Sword for 3 down. You just stab with Rapier. If you have max, if you don't have max, you might need like an Elder Maul. If it's in the cage, what I'm guessing is you're not shifting it to the north. You need to shift it. So do you know how you're stabbing the major to start, and then it'll teleport to the other side of the room? When you go to the second part of the room, you must make sure you run basically in the corner of that room. You can see in my VODs, every time I go to stab the major on the second part, I'll move over to essentially the corner or right next to the corner of the room. That'll shift the ranger up north 1. And you need to do that, otherwise the ranger will be able to see you. Leave me alone. It's a direct collision, so I can use this. Seems like a fast Zebak. Especially for level 5, this seems pretty fast. If you're wondering why I respec, it's just because I have nothing else to really use a spec on, so I might as well redrain it a little bit. Also like to tell myself that it resets its magic level when it enrages. I don't think it does. I don't know if anyone's actually checked, but I do it anyway. Which I'm gonna save the last one for Sun Spec. I Bone Dagger. I Bone Daggered the first 2 rooms, and then I use Sceptre everywhere else. See? My DPS is in the gutter. Clearly, if I hit that, I would have been chilling. Bone Dagger. Reduce the defense. Do I Sceptre Akka? No. Honestly, after missing like the 10th time in a row, I'm like now convinced that it does work to re-sceptre it after enrage. It was such a fast one, and then I spent like a minute and a half on the very last phase. That sucks. Does Zebak actually get extra defense in an enrage phase? Probably not, but it certainly feels like it, right? So I have nothing else to use my spec on in this kind of run anyway, because I didn't bring Void Waker. I don't think it's really worth it for like 2 specs anyway. So I usually just send an extra accursed sceptre at the end after enrage, in case it does actually reset. I don't know if anyone's actually checked, but out of a whole good old copium, it feels like it resets. Therefore it does. That's why I do it. Way too early. Well, it didn't really matter. So if I have nothing else to use my spec on, I might as well re-sceptre it. Because the sceptre itself, the spec, it's actually similar DPS to just using a shadow again, so it doesn't hurt at all. It might reduce, even if it doesn't actually reset, which it probably doesn't, it still reduces its magic probably by like 2 or 3 or something. You know, regeneration and all that stuff. Being said, you should always save one for Sun in case it goes really bad. Any difference between rapier? Yeah, if you have a holy rapier, it's cooler to have. If you have a holy rapier, you definitely use the holy rapier. Cooler. But skull scope, yeah. How's it going, Kaylor? The next special's not bombs, right? So I'm actually not that scared. I probably don't need to put on yet. The CA task. It's bugged. It was indeed bombs. If you're not in like super max gear and you have like bandos or something or berserker rings, you might want to bring an elder maul, something like that. Well, that's an interesting bug. Holy Raper doesn't count as a tier 75. Oh, my thrall's about to troll me and I'm gonna be so mad. Never good. Hit a little overheal. Fixed posture, always good. Or 40% always dodge one rock. 70%. Dodge based on feel. The way I do it is if the first rock lands within the first about 2 to 3 seconds of the skulls hitting the floor, I'll dodge a second rock. If it lands later than that, I'll just dodge that. Skull's about to hit the floor. That was pretty recent. We'll dodge one more. We'll start skipping. The last bit. Always proc at the very far back. Maximize your projectile time. Start clicking big shadows. Ever purple. Yeah, once you get used to it, taking damage in P4, you can do a lot of perfect kills. I'm too lazy to make use of this one. I wasn't even thinking about it for some reason. Oh, where'd you come from? Ah! I saw that. Not too bad. $31 bone dagger, hell yeah. $21. That's slow shadow, so we're going to do one more hit to move 1 tick. I have a guide in my Discord in general, so now this is because I waited 1 tick. We're just gonna do 2 step unders. The standard's normally 3. Throws a rock throw. Depending what it does, I'll do something else. Melee hit is to move 1 tick into 2 step unders. It's the second step under. Then we'll do a super drag like this. That'll reset the cycle. Ow! Hobby's being rude right now. I'm still above 21 HP, so it should be okay to take. Slow shadow is 4 hits, move 1 tick, 2 step unders, 4. 2 step unders now. And do a super drag. And if it does a melee attack here, we'll just do like 3 step unders. That's first step under. 2. This is the third, then we're gonna drag out. Oi! No! Why? Sad. Do be like that. Do be like that. I mean, ideally, that's the point when I just do regular red X. But I don't want to lose my ticks. I wanted to believe that my Blood Fairy was indeed an item in the game, but it doesn't seem to be. It's okay, we get more monkey room. Ideally, I stop stepping in Venom. I have more HP. My bank worth? I don't know, like 15 bill. How is Blood Fury so inconsistent? It's just the way the item is designed. It's just an inconsistent item. On average, you heal at Baba, but that raid obviously didn't work out. Why am I shooting the shaman when there is a perfectly good shaman here that I'm not gonna blow up? Ah. What am I doing, dude? Once again, we lose nonsensical amounts of HP to Venom, but this is the 2 step backs. And then you want to do a super drag to reset the cycle. Since it does a regular melee, we can do 3 step unders. That's 1. That's 2. And then the third is going to be the super drag. It's a little messy when there's rocks involved. But there, I think because the rock blocked Baba, I'm gonna have to just do this. It's gonna be 2 step unders. Now you can always do a regular red X like this and then go into the super drag in case you're not sure about the timing. When you're at the very end of a red X cycle. Regular melee hit, 3 fangs into step under, 3 step unders in total. That's 1, 2. This would be 3. Regular melee is just going to be good old 3 more step unders. This is number 2. This is number 3. And the rock, I zoom in a little bit. Nope, that was good. Rock throw into slow shadow is going to be hit and then wait 2 ticks. Easy way, move 2 tiles like that. Easy setup like that. And you see we're 99 HP. Third cycle, Baba's attack speed is increased to 4 ticks. So fortunately, you're gonna have to do a 2-to-1 for the most part. Wait until the hit splat disappears and then go under. Then you can just do a 2-to-1. Was a little too early. After rock throws, either after rock throws or after a slow shadow, you can, do a better cycle than a 2-to-1. You're gonna have to wait for it to happen. That after slow shadow 3 attacks, go under. Then you can basically beat the cycle of 255. There you go. You have to hold shift when going under and then control when clicking out. Imagine spending 4 minutes on a Baba. The timing is a bit tighter doing the run under control click out method. But once you get used to it, nice. We got a freebie. Have I thought about streaming on Kick or Twitch? Mildly. Too lazy to multi-stream and set up multiple streams. The discoverability of Twitch is a bit low. The easiest way for me to get viewers on Twitch would probably be to permaplug it on YouTube. But I'm not really someone who likes to permaplug 24/7. So I'd be stuck at like no viewers there for a while. And there's laziness, of course, streaming there. Kick, same thing. From what I see on Kick, it looks like the majority of streamers are people who have moved from, who are already very successful and moved from. Notable exceptions being like XQC and Photoblock. And don't follow them and watch them there. And then everyone else seems to be relatively low. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, it'd be on a risk or reward. It'd be best to do it there. I do kind of miss Twitch emotes though. I do like Twitch emotes, they're cool. Little Pog and Monkus. Don't bite me. I think one more attack and we hold for Bone Dagger. We could have done another one, whatever. 9 only, sad. Now the melee can't heal if Kephri's already overhealed. Not really any need to... Oh my god, can I hit? Thank you. Not really any need to worry about the melee heals. It doesn't even heal that much yet. Because its HP is so low. So it's better just to hit it when we have uptime like this. Or downtime like this. My damage is atrociously low. Don't I have like 85% accuracy? Every time I'm hitting a 0, I'm just questioning what odds did I roll today. There you go. Damn, lost a tick here. You see, just for a split second, I stopped by that tile, and that'll shift the ranger north like that. Just one Agile on the left side. Probably not really worth point farming it. Set up some dung. I'll just invest in some dung up top on the left and right side. And I don't want to get blown up. And I messed that up. Lost my investments. How's it going, David? Doing all right. Going slow. Probably the worst Kephri I've had in a long, long time. All messages, nice. I'm not getting orbed. Absolutely not. Actually could have snuck in that hit there, I think, if I walked back a tile, but I wasn't thinking about that. Oh, my draw procced it for me. How nice of him. So embarrassing messing up in groups. It'd be like that. It would be like that. I mean, I mess it up sometimes. Groups, a little bit weird. I don't really do groups though. Why do I only have the tiles marked for one direction? I don't know. I only ever learned to butterfly in one direction, I guess. I've never really found it important to butterfly in multiple directions. I'd rather just have less tile markers if possible. That. When did I go work at Kephri? After P1, after the first set. What kind of tech are you learning? I don't think I'm doing anything like funny right now, other than the Baba 5 tick. Oh, rehealing right as Post-Akka ends? Yeah. Why not, right? It does use some prayer though. A little bit of a trade-off. Has ToA meta become less enjoyable? I'll be honest, I never really found special attacks fun anyway. Like, particularly cool or fun. So for me, it's about the same. It's actually just more chill. The only thing I mildly miss is specking Akka in between memory. That's the only thing. If anything, for me, ToA has gotten more fun since I've done it because I've been learning new things, like, for example, chinning the Agiles at Kephri. A new monkey room I personally don't mind doing, although other people might. Baba 5-tick is fun. Baba 5-tick is probably for me the most enjoyable part of the raid. I know people hate Red X in general, but the 5-tick Red X is actually kind of fun, for me at least. It feels like it just feels like, you know, a good flinch cycle, an adaptive like P2 cycle, kind of like Verzik P2, or like, in a sense, in a very obscure sense, it can be somewhat similar to like an Ulm, like 4-1, like, you know, you do 4 hits or whatever, and Baba does 1 or 2 or whatever. If I wanted to be very efficient, I would take this setup right now and add a blowpipe for like swarming Kephri. And then I could still fit in a ZCB to use excess spec for, and it would still be good. Like right now I could use one. But I would only end up using the ZCB like twice. It doesn't save that much time, but I don't really bother. Unironically, Eternal Boots might be a better switch than range switches right now, which is really sad, but it is what it is. I don't personally care about, like, if a time save is not going to save me more than 15 seconds, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I refuse to take Eternals. That's where I draw the line. They're so bad. But they might unironically be better than range for the amount of commitment you need to perform per switch. Because, like, you'd be trolling not to have Megas. But I think the best one right now would be to have Spellbook Swap if you're willing to deal with the hassle of it. I'm not, but Spellbook Swap would probably be the best thing, because you can like reflect some of these range attacks right now. And then I stop attacking. Yeah, Kephri bombs at the end, if you're willing to like 1-tick flick range so you stay high HP and use it up. Those are all like good things to have. So like, yeah, I think it would be like blowpipe, accumulator instead of the webweaver. Blowpipe, webweaver. Baba hits occasionally, yeah. Alright, blowpipe, accumulator, and spellbook swap. That would be the most efficient things to have. Or you could be very stubborn, bring every switch in the game, not know the new Red X method, and then go slower. I know a lot of people who haven't bothered to learn the new Red X yet. They get really annoyed when I'm bringing like garbage switches, like pretty much nothing. I'm like, but you lose like 40 seconds by default at Baba. So what's the point of bringing the switches? I'm not gonna do that. Running out of prayer pots. Any tips? Flick offensives more. How many are you going in with? I think I go in with 5. Like 4 or 5 is comfortable. Depends also like on your gear, right? Like you don't have the luxury of dropping range switches if you're using Bofa or Tbow. I'm in with like 11 prayer pods. How long are your rooms? Shadow Bow using both of range. What are you doing? Are you using like augury in every single room? Probably like 10 minutes. You're just going way too slow per room. Probably just watch a VOD, I don't know. I mean, like, you should be... Even if you used augury in every single room, I can't imagine how you go through 11 potions, personally. You should probably just do, like, a recording of a raid. Because you're probably going really slow in some rooms, making mistakes. So I can't imagine how you would use 11. Like 8 for me is only so I can basically camp piety at Baba. You don't need to use augury at Akka, and you don't need to use augury at Warden. Just use like the red pyramid or the blue pyramid. But you still shouldn't get through 11 of them. That concerns me a lot. No, at Akka you can use nothing. Just your overhead if you want. But I don't know how you're bringing in 11. I can't see how you're using 11. Did I just lose a tick? Oh, thank God. Two doses? What do you mean? 22 doses? Why would you have 2? I'm confused. Now you have me more confused. Can you 3 down same gear light bearer? Probably not. Well, here's the thing. If I was bringing light bearer, it would be because I don't have overly draining, and thus have a DDS. So yes, you can 3 down with like a light bearer and overly draining off. I have no idea why you would bring light bearer with overly draining on though. That's just weird. Bait. You never know. In the grand scheme of things, if you have a shadow, these switches even matter. All you need is a shadow and a fang to do this whole raid. Kind of boring if you think about it. I would like to scythe like Zebak or something. no one saw that. You shadow at top, you can use it for P2. If you bring... It's actually good to bring shadow if you're a mage role now. Surprisingly. Use it at P2. And use it as a pre-hit for Soda Seg. Pretty good. Pre-hit made it. I think Tbow pre-hit made it still better. I think. I'm pretty sure. Cause I remember checking the math on like a 0 to... I'm not sure about the pre-hit though. I could be wrong. I know proccing with bow if you're a mage roll is fine. Better than shadow, even if you have like a two-way. Why'd I break only 3 skulls? I just wanted to heal. I wanted to skull skip for the points, but I wanted to heal also. There's a secret Easter egg if you break 1 skull on phase 1, 2 skulls on phase 2. Like per skull, 3 skulls, 4 skulls, and 5 skulls. You die from it? No. Assuming you have the HP? No. I think I just 6-tick staff there. A long P3. Dragon boots for sure, Milk. Dragon boots for sure. Pegs are trash. Asians, I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. So bad. Bodies? No, we got a librarian to a fang. The ability to take a 5-way buffa to replace webweaver and Tbow can then take bolt calc say 5-way buffa more or less in DPS. Probably just Bofo would be worse at the monkey room though, by a very large margin, just because of a lot of overkill. But you could do it. Overall, I'm guessing you'd lose more time. It's also a little bit more annoying to skip with a webweaver, not webweaver, to with a bofa, than it is with a webweaver, but you can do that. I did not mean to do that. You know what? It kind of worked out. A lot of people are saying monkey room or worse. What they say. Skill issue. No! The Volatile spawned next to me. I mean, it's fine. For me, it's fine because I'm not able to poison. So, like, I have no complaints. You can see as someone who might accidentally poison the shamans when they don't want to. It'd be pretty painful. I don't know why noobs are taking Serpentine Helm though. I get it. There's less thralls to deal with. But being mage is so painful. Oh, I just trolled my volatiles. The thing is, if you see a volatile, you should pretty much put your playstyle around it. Poisoning the shaman is quite literally what you don't want as a noob. A 0? Haven't seen those in a while. Does the guides tell you to take Serp? Well, those guides suck. I don't want to get maged, I'll be honest. I don't know about you, but I would rather not get maged by a shaman. Shit smites you through prayer, even if you pray against it. I lost a tick there, whatever. You would opt in for for less strength, so that you could take more damage at the monkey room, is what you're telling me. And use scales. Absolutely not. Might as well tell me to bank my occult. It'd be better just to have a regular helm on. Because, like, when the thralls... When you have a build-up of thralls, right? you just have the Volatile take care of it for you. The thing is, a lot of people aren't used to that, making the Volatile their primary playstyle. The Volatiles are supposed to take care of that stuff here. Room is on fire on the right side. And it's fine, like, it's people just need to learn that part. You can also just cheese the room by praying mage and having like really strong melee gear on if you don't want to like pray anything. It's not a bad idea, like you just can't full bandos or torva or whatever. Pray mage. This boss kind of slapping me. Would I suggest bringing blowpipe at Kephri? You should be swarming, especially at 300, so yes, you're gonna want a blowpipe for that. I'm being very lazy and not swarming and bringing overlords, but to be fair, I am doing a really high invocation where the time loss is kind of justified. For you, that time loss would not be justified because you're at a lower invocation level and there are other better things to take. Like, if I brought a Serpentine into this setup, you know what would happen? Like a Serpentine blowpipe, I would lose a lot more prayer, and I wouldn't be able to 3 down wardens, because unless I brought either an Elder Maul or brought my Torva helm anyway. So it'd be troll for me to have a Serp helm with or without the blowpipe. What they should do is, like, there's a few easy ways they can make the room nuke friendly. One is, if you Venom it, it should... I'm okay with them literally saying, like, if you Venom the baboon, it literally doesn't do anything other than take up space in the room. So, like, fine, sure. They're a non-threat. I'm okay with Venom dealing, like, an instant, like, 10 damage. That would be a good way so you know that, like, they've been poisoned. 1, so you can know to pray mage. 2, so that, you know, noobs get free damage. It should be a base level damage, though. It shouldn't be a scaling damage based on your evo. So maybe it could be like 5 damage. Not just like one shot, it's like a 150 or something. Or 10 damage, whatever. They have some... have so much low HP. Venom, so what it does is they'll stop summoning thralls. And it's gonna basically... The way shamans work right now is when they summon enough thralls and reach their individual cap, they'll instead start maging you. It's a smiting mage, so it'll start draining your prayer. And the thing is, it'll smite you regardless of whether you're praying mage or not. So, yes, you can get less thralls and instantly skip to that portion, but the amount of prayer you lose is not good. And you have to basically pray mage against a mage attack, otherwise, because it's also very accurate. The theory behind the Serp helm essentially goes as, oh, if you Venom them right away, they'll summon less thralls and you'll take less melee chip damage. The reality of how that actually works is now you're just getting smited, and you're forced to pray mage instantly on the very first blowpipe. With a regular helm, when you blowpipe them, you can kind of just like pray mage only if you're noodling on it. Because, you know, like shamans have a long timer in between their thrall summons. So if they just recently summoned a thrall, you can be safe and know that their next... Alright. You can be safe and know that their next mage attack isn't going to be for like another 3 seconds, essentially, right? And just pray mage after, you know, like your second blowpipe hits or something. But if you Venom a Shaman, you have to like instantly pray Mage, otherwise their next attack could instantly be a Mage, because you're guaranteed the Venom. Whereas you're not guaranteed the poison if you don't have that helm. I did some monkey room experiments. I found that the easiest, besides webweaver course, the easiest thing to do with the monkey room was simply to pray Mage with this gear on, and instead of using this switch, Masori top and body, do Anguish, Assembler, Cape, and hopefully you have Zebak hand braces, but if you don't, Barrow Skulls is a fine substitute, and use that as your 4-way switch. And then you pray Mage, and you've essentially solved the combat triangle. You pray Mage versus the Shaman's attacks and the Major attacks, and the Bandos or whatever you're wearing will help you against the Ranger and the Meleer. And then you just take care of whatever's hitting you in order. Oh, I didn't run to the tile here. But I recommend using the Bone Dagger on Kephri. Well, considering you said you were doing 300s, no, you would rather use a BGS or a Voidwaker. I don't know if BGS is better than Fang hits, to be honest, for Kephri. But the BIS would be Voidwaker. Bone Dagger is more specific to these 540s because I have overly draining. BGS also has like really low accuracy and a high invocation, so that 100% accuracy is like really good value. Does the defense reset? I believe it resets when it breaks the shield fully. So Bone Dagger is still in effect right now, and was for the last phase as well. But it won't be once I break this shield. What I meant to bring Bone Dagger? It's not about the invo, it's also you want high invo plus overly draining. If you're not gonna take overly draining, then it's not really worth it. Just bring Voidwaker. Like right now, it's defense reset. Should have dodged that one manually. That's a slow level 2. In the Agiles, multiple reasons. The Agiles are in that position. The Agiles are adjacent to Kephri's southwest tile, so I'm actually hitting Kephri with the Agiles too when I chin them. 2, yes, I literally can't melee her when I'm bounced that far back, so it's a good way to maximize the uptime of my ticks. And 3, because I'm chinning the Agiles and killing them, I am releasing the Agile cap. Once there's a set number of Agiles in the room, she can't shoot out eggs anymore. By releasing the Agile cap, I'm basically saying Kephri can now dung me. Sorry, can now egg. Which is not time, knocking me back and wasting my time. There's a lot of like reasons to chin them. But I would only really chin them if I was like meeting all of those conditions. You know, like 1, I'm unable to melee because I got pushed back. 2, I'm also dealing damage to Kephri. And then 3 is like, hopefully I'm also releasing the Agile cap. Probably procs. Like, if I had the chins in some, like, weird position where I'm not also hitting Kephri, I wouldn't do it. I'd be wasting more time. It happens to also be a good way to get points, but that's not too relevant for me. That just happens to be a bonus. Does that proc? Nice, it does. No! My DPS is in the gutter. That could have been painful. Well, Akka swap style. Yeah, it's always got a chance to every time it does a special. Every time that 1 minute mark procs and Akka teleports, always a chance. Is what it is. The best DPS I would have for Akka if I wanted to like prep in case it switches would be to have like a ZCB or Bofa. Both are really good like DPS options for Akka. Alright. Shadow Grotesque. I'm gonna say doubt. That's good. That sounds terrible. But there is one thing I can think of that would be good for it. Shadow probably has insane overkill. I forgot to adrenaline for that. I would have been very sad if I missed. Because you can actually like overhit Grotesque Guardians, so maybe for like a speed run, that sounds cool. If you're like going for the task. Because like the overall DPS is low, but what if you like stand really far back in the room? Use Zebak first. I like doing level 4 Zebak. Saving this jug. Almost griefed myself. I have another one right there. So. Can you even hit Dusk with magic? I thought it was melee only. Not a melee switch? Okay. More acceptable. Yeah. It sounds like worse DPS, but you do get like a lot of overkill damage, which is nice. They have a few ticks there on travel time. If you're wondering why I did undead grasp right there, I saw that his HP was low, so give yourself some projectile time. I'm able to do a 2 down P2 of D dagger and void waker, or should I leave the dagger and do a 3 down? 3 down is efficient if you have like a shadow, because the first and third downs are very, very quick. If you're just gonna be sitting there and hitting it with a trident for like 10 years, I would just stick with a 2 down personally. And I also believe the same thing for like skull skipping and not skull skipping. For non-high invo raids, like below basically like 450. Honestly, sorry, below like 400, I would say don't even skull skip, because you're gonna find more, like, better results in your raids going faster, taking better time invos, or bumping up the raid level more than you would be than you would be gaining from milking points. How do I do the 2 down with that? I meant with your DDS. You should probably use your DDS and go for continue doing 2 downs. If you have like a shadow and you're doing like 450 plus, sure, 3 down is fine. It's pretty efficient because you can like nuke the first and third downs. I really wouldn't recommend doing a 3 down with like a trident. It's really, really slow. Not really worth your time. Don't you have to be tick perfect on skulls and down? There's a little bit of leniency. Also, even if you mess up and miss 1 skull, you won't die. It's if you mess up multiple skulls. It'd be pretty hard to mess up multiple skulls. The easiest way to do it is if you have tile indicators underneath you, just click the next skull when your tile indicator updates, no other time. So like every single time your tile indicator updates, that's the perfect time to click. This is the purple, for sure. For real, for real. This is my third raid of the day, I think. I'm okay with my thrall getting it there for me because I wasn't able to attack. Almost messed up there. Oops. Never purple. This is the only mistake I made. Getting acided randomly. 40k, let's go. Absolutely massive for the account. I would never have made that money anywhere else. almost there, guys. I can almost put on the sub 35er. I would definitely have to kill the skulls though. You know me, we grinding. Twofer. Whoa, this world is laggy now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is my ping going from 9 to 105? Hold up. I'm not sitting in that raid until I know what's going on. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Now we can play the game again. Oh. I'm not taking a free minus 500k until I know servers are not exploding. No chances taken. It's gotta live on the server. And play on LAN. You guys don't play on LAN? It's a single player game. Play on LAN. Yes. I love hitting a 1. Alright, I should solve the puzzle. No! He didn't solve the puzzle. Bluffer, please heal me. Be generous. No generosity today. Oh, wait a minute. Twofer. Hello? 100 ping? See, this is what happens. I clicked. Bruh. Alright, I'm hopping worlds. Look how long it takes for my gear to come out the chest. There it is. Clean 1 tick switch, right guys? Alright, using the gear tab. You guys ready for this? The 1 tick unbank. You've never seen someone unbank 28 in one thing. Register the other half of it. Clean. Yeah, I'm NYC. Oh, not raiding on that world anymore. How to make all the tiles in P3/before have the same shade? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. I mean your tile markers, or... I just have them on default, so I don't know what you're talking about. This. Different one today. Wait, not beneath. It's companionship I want to change. Pop off Warriors Guild song. I might go back to tavern music after a bit. I'm feeling it. Didn't attack. Dang, I lost so many ticks setting it up. It's so weird going back to like a world of ping. Probably not the way to do that wave. Took a lot of damage for no reason. That is certainly not the way to do the raid. No! Give up. Can't do it. The ping diff. Not used to it. Never Rocky. What do I get? Do like 30 raids on low ping, go back to West Coast, is doomed again. Play so bad. You know what's funny? Like, I could have just sunned Baba, done it 30 seconds slower, not having the bone dagger. But, we can't do that. We have standards as professionals. Boulders start dropping faster last roll? No. Not that I know of. If it has, I have not noticed it. You live this time. Do I need help? I don't need help, no. I simply don't care. I don't have it. You know, I just don't care. I know it's hard to believe, but I just don't care. That pet sits in my house. I'll get it when I get my 2K cape. If I get my 2K cape. That's when I'll care about the log. I messed up there, and now I'm gonna have to do... Actually, no, I'm not gonna lose any ticks. Oops. Chain him into my red X. Why would I do that? Why would I take tick loss? No, I would rather die. You know this is a 5-tick red X cycle, right? This is a 5-tick red X cycle, so like chinning's actually just DPS loss. Not there, obviously. I know some people do the chin on their like team raids on the 6-tick cycle. But this is a 5-tick cycle, so. $252. Nice. Learn the 4.25 tick cycle. I mean, yeah. He's probably just baiting. Fun. There are people like that. They just enjoy baiting for the heck of it. Second cycle not to get hit south side? Yeah, sure. So I like to set up a dung here. Oh, you just want me to do it for the second cycle? Sure. I forgot what this one is. I think this is Assassin's Creed Origins, this music. Four. Sad. Weak arms. Weak arms. I'd have lost a tick right there. Reportable. Assassin's Creed 6. I actually don't play I haven't played any Assassin's Creed since 3. I didn't even like 3. Played 4 though. Not the 4th. I played 2. I played a little bit of 1, but I kind of stopped using my Xbox around then. I decided not to buy it for PC. I actually haven't played since 3. I didn't even like 3, to be honest. I didn't like the setting. So make sure you stand there to start. Careful not to stand like that or you're gonna get blasted. And then you want to make sure when you're hitting the Arcane, you run here. Anywhere here is fine. Once you run there, that ranger actually gets pushed a little bit north. And that will prevent him from seeing you on this line now. Dark Souls and Elden Ring. I did play Elden Ring, but I did get... Wow, I'm dead. That is extremely toxic at the video game. We live. Saved. I do like the FromSoft games, but I did get a little bit bored of Elden Ring. I got to the end. Karasik could have melee, yeah, that could have been smart. I didn't want to prolong potentially fighting that meleeer though, was the thing I was concerned about. I was really bad RNG on hitting that Arcane. Technically my fault. I shouldn't have greeted so much on the meleeer. I thought I could hit. Big mistake. Halo, yeah. I used to play 3. I did play CE a lot, and 2. Actually, I didn't play too much. I went straight from CE into Halo 3. I was pretty good at it back in the day. Then I got old. Started playing RuneScape. FPS skills deteriorated. And 10 dogs? Oh hell yeah. 10 dogs was the shit. That's real competitive gaming right there. 10 dogs. Adventure Quest, Dragon Fable, the goats, of course. I didn't play Maple Story though. I did play a lot of guns actually. I love guns. One of my favorites. Crash Bandicoot on the Game Boy. I don't remember what games were on the Game Boy for Crash. I don't think I played any. My Game Boy was primarily Pokemon and Metroid Fusion. Well, Game Boy Advance, not Game Boy, Game Boy. I didn't really play much Adventure Quest. I was too dumb as a kid to understand it. Like, understand how to actually play the game. So most of my knowledge was just playing RuneScape back then. Like, I think I played Adventure Quest a little bit when I was like, maybe like, I'm gonna guess like 8 or 9, and I had no idea what was going on, so I didn't really enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed other games. What was Temple Run again? I don't remember Temple Run. %90 of my childhood, other than that, was Final Fantasy X. Damn. I didn't think I was gonna proc, so I kind of stopped. No, don't switch me. Oh, good way to detect there. Tetris. Ooh, I remember having good memories of Tetris during the during NYC blackouts. I distinctly remember playing Tetris with the battery running out as the city went through a blackout. And I was like, my only source of energy is being removed. It's doomed. What other games did I play as a kid? Ape Escape. A lot of Ape Escape. Ape Escape is actually my first video game I've ever played. Mess up this trench just to no, I've never played that. I don't know what that is. I messed up a lot, but I have not been punished in the slightest, which is the best. Thing. What's thing? Probably like sullying people's childhood, not remembering their games. Guzzle them. Of course, we must overheal for the Zebak. I don't think I played many games while I was at school. I was actually a very good boy. I did my schoolwork. I did play ToA though, in the lab. the computer lab. Most of my high school is Modern Warfare 2 and like Gears of War. Playing those. World at War, Black Ops 1. That was my era. Then we got infested by the disease that was League of Legends. Disgusting video game. That was what we played back then. Yeah, I think I started season 1 at the end of it. I don't remember. Honestly, the game was great back then. And then now it's so well optimized. It's part of the percent magic damage boots. Maybe, but it wouldn't really help our situation. The thing is, if they released those boots, it would just take the slot of the Magus. Or what? Yeah, it would definitely just take one of the... It would take the Magus slot and we would wear Lightbearer. I played RS2 back in the day. I never got into RS3 at all. I think I gave Evolution of Combat a whole 2 days and I put it down. Not doing that last one. Alright, we do the copium reduce. This is magic level supposedly in my head. Reduce renews when it enrages. Not actually true probably, but we do it anyway. Not like I have anything else to do use my adrenaline on. Then I bring any DPS specs. Yep, we reduced to 3 levels. Yep. Genius. As much as I would love, like, percent damage boots, it would just make Lightbearer, again, like, too good for ToA. How's it going, Yosef? I'd be down for maybe, like, some accuracy boots that maybe aren't percent damage. even more accuracy. It needs to be way more than what it gets right now, though. It would need to be like triple. Or it needs to be even more overpowered and have like reduces like 1 magic level every like 100 damage or something. That'd be really nice. Like boots that have like a passive like reduces 1 magic every 100 damage deal. That'd be decent. Stupid passive. Thank you for the good luck. Good luck. I miss PSO2. I'm just waiting for another MMO to take over my life as an OSRS. I come out on DDS. I have overly draining on, so not very viable or worth the slot. For me, Phantasy Star Online 2 was that game until New Genesis came out, their like version 2 of it, which in my opinion is objectively worse than the original. I was hoping New World would be that game. I had hope. Played New World for a good few months. But there is another expansion coming out, so we'll see. I miss playing New World. That thing I threw? Accursed Sceptre. Reduces the magic and defense level of the monster. But this monster, I just care about reducing the magic level a little bit. Doesn't save much time, very little. Maybe like 5 seconds, 10 seconds at most. Probably not even 10. It's probably closer to like 6-second time save. But hey, why not? Got nothing else to use my Spec on. To stay on through the other phases? Not for P4. P4 I would have to respec. This is an okay raid. I'm not gonna kill the skulls. I don't think this one has any hope of being sub 32, so I'm not gonna go for it. If I think there's hope of a sub 32, I'll kill the skulls. This will probably be like a 33 something. My PB, yeah, my PB is 3247 overall, or 540. If I can break a sub 32, I will kill the skulls. This one would probably be like 32, like 20 or something, and I don't really care. I don't think that's good enough for me to want to kill the skulls over. Only like a 20 seconds. One budget fan kit run? Nah, probably never. I don't really want to do it. I don't want to learn Fortic Butterfly, and I don't want to encourage it. Skip the skulls or skull to skip? Real questions. Any tips for when I do Insanity 350? I always have to one tile with Bofa. When I have to... I mean, you just have to get used to one tiling. I'd start off my prayer. The best tip I have, you might be losing DPS when you're dodging, is the easiest way to handle tiles in general is to click shadows when they're on a very, very large size. Other than the rock, of course. So once you have a good feel of where the rock's gonna land, click big shadows. Don't run away from them. You want to actually be kind of close to a big shadow, and then when it's at its max size, you click on it. If you do it right, you'll run onto it basically as the lightning pops. And the way the lightning works is after it pops, you'll have about like a 2-second window at least where it won't pop again. That's just like a free place to stand. So like when I do P4, pay attention to how I click on top of the big shadows for the majority of my P4 running. Because as you get better pre-last row, you're going to notice that you're probably losing way less ticks than before. Because it's realistic to lose ticks if you don't know how to do it, right? And just because you're doing more DPS, you won't be last rowed as much. And then you're just going to have to get used to being last row, you know, clicking on the big shadows and then attacking. Like, look how I'm basically clicking on big shadows for like most of it. Or where they were, you know. I essentially know once a tile pops, it's like a safe spot for like 2 seconds, other than where my rock was, you know. Oops. You can see that. "11-second time save, David. Thank you. Appreciate it. Almost indefinite? Depends how I play. I think I can last probably about 3 minutes straight on last row with one sun. Like if I'm okay losing ticks. Sorry, chaps, as usual. What are we on now? 17 chaps. This could have been... It might have barely been sub 32. Maybe I should have given a chance. It could have been like an 820 Warden. How do I do the mystery box sound? The mystery box sound you do by go onto the Tombs of Amepken plugin, and you enable at the very bottom, Burial Tomb, Purple Chest Audio. Then you can add in whatever like WAV files you want. My solo expert PB? I have no idea. I don't really. The thing is, I actually don't remember what it was when I first did 300s. I did 300s on release, and I really haven't gone below like 400 after the first like month. So it's probably not very good. Talking expert. I kind of just have my PB by invo at this point. Like I know 490s, my PB is probably like 28 minutes for a 490. I think for a 525, my PB is 31 minutes, I'd like to say. Probably 31 minutes or 32 minutes. And then right now for 540, my PB is 32 minutes and 47 seconds. That one actually would have beaten it. It would have been like 32:10, but I didn't think. I thought the raid wasn't going that well, so I was like, I'm not gonna kill the skulls. But that might have been a sub 32. .8 seconds to P4. We'll take those. I should always use my Fang on that one because it's so low HP. Same thing for these guys. I should use my Fang on these guys. I griefed. Wasted a lot of time on this one. Ah, it lives. No. No AD but Magus. I actually didn't do. I only did like 3 raids with 525 no Magus. It wasn't very good. Only hit it through with the bone dagger. We're sad. This one is way 2 ticks. That was a sceptre angle for sure. Yeah, Bone Dagger is statistically better, but you know, like when it misses, you're sad. Well, it won't miss, but when it low rolls, you're sad. Technically, you can hit a 0 if it's still. So that's just rare. Posture check. Hydration check. I would have failed. My bottle of water that I prepped is in my kitchen right now, not my room. Is it unlucky? No, that sounds pretty unlucky to me, yeah. Unless you didn't have piety on. I can't piety as soon as the melee gets close to me. But if it still bit you, very unlucky, is what it is. Piety for that one, don't look at me. You could also... There is a timing, technically, to like go under the melee as it approaches you. So, like, you can always dodge the first one. Ah! Bone dagger, why? Let me down. Yeah, like, kinda works. Bony boy has let me down today. Red X to melee. Nah, they don't share the same attack speed. The Ranger has, Ranger's 3 ticks. I think the melee is something way slower than 4 ticks. I don't remember what it is. Might be something absurdly slow, like 6 or 8 ticks. Six, yeah. Like, I remember it being something really slow. Look, secret tech. We have safe spotted this one Agile. Doomed. It is possible to off-tick both of them, yeah. I would never bother, though. I'd rather die. Oh, lost a tick. I'm gonna save this right side for the last phase. It's a nice spot to hold on to. Oh, running out of space. Slow as heck. Probably should just place that anyway, instead of waiting. If I place that right away, I would still be able to one deck to smash my pickaxe. Then I wouldn't have to wait too many ticks. Whatever. So annoying, man. .1%. Oh, I did adrenaline. Oopsie. Been able to overheal for Zebak. Not too big of a deal though. Done. Oh, 2 ticks lost. Maybe more. Whole ticks lost. Doomed. Nothing else to basically just nothing else to use the spec on. I like to do a little bit of copium and that maybe it resets its magic level when it enrages. Probably doesn't. So might as well. Maybe it does reset its magic level. Anyway, nothing else to use a spec on. Might as well. Maybe it regen the whole 2 magic levels. Could be worth. I'm gonna guess. Technically yes, but I'm guessing that spec probably would be better used in P3 or P2. I-25 is no overly right, so I think it'd be better just to have an extra, even if it's just like a dagger, DDS, P2. But yeah, probably better than a shadow. I'm gonna guess it probably worth. I mean, it's worth to use augury there, right? So I'm guessing it's probably good. It's probably extremely minor, to be honest. It's a really short phase. Yeah, 3%, that's like not noticeable. Oh, if you're using ZCB, yeah, ZCB is better then. ZCB is a lot better. The last raid for me, unless it's like another Masori top bottom or shadow. Any particular reason? Yeah, just for the corner safe spots, more chill than actually dodging. Because if you do it in the middle, you actually have to dodge the little like line things coming at you. It's a very, you know, simple movement, but still. Whereas the corner, you don't have to dodge at all. So it's more AFK. Did you need to bring a DDS? Well, DDS wouldn't work with overly draining. The best thing you could bring would be an Elder Maul, actually. Either an Elder Maul or a G Maul. I'm guessing the Elder Maul is more value. And if you're really, really down bad, you could do an Elder Maul. Or not Elder Maul. You could bring Elder Maul and a G Maul. Gmaul like once or twice. I think instead of a Gmaul though, I'd rather just do like a torture switch with an Elder Maul. That'll probably get you over the threshold, a torture switch with an Elder Maul. Soul Reaper at the very end might also work, actually. Forgot about that. Soul Reaper's expensive, though. I think you would only use it at the third down. Because you wouldn't get enough hits off in the second down to make it worth. But the third down you would. Cheaper than Torva. True, but Torva's actually worth your money. I would try Gmaul tech. Elder Maul. Three specs. I don't think even with Death Charge you actually get 3 specs. I think you only get 2 with Death Charge. With overly draining on and no light bearer. Obviously you wouldn't have light bearer because you'd have altar, right? So maybe if you like light bearer switch for like the range and mage phases. That kind of sucks though, having to bring all those extra switches. Just so you can barely get a 3 down. I guess you could just do a 4 down. That's what it is. You do a 4 down or see if any of that other stuff works. Torture, Elder Maul, Gmaul. Hopefully just one of them. No, my 118. Ow! Holy schmoly. Where the fuck I am. There you go. What a stack. We survive. I did not mean to click back there. Almost a disaster. Purple. Ah, no! I said I would do another one if it was Basori body. Fine. No! No, I don't want to raid anymore. Make the money stop. Another one of staff. Yeah. I mean, if I get another Masori, I'll just keep going. But back. How did I end up doing another raid? Ah, dang it. Yeah, next one. Absolutely, I am not continuing if it's like a Fang Lifer. If it's not at least a Masori Pants, I'm not saying. I got high standards. Wherever. Wait. Oh. I got memed. The other Volatile blew up this one. That sucks. The other Volatile blew up the other Volatile. So annoying. Underutilized this guy, unfortunately. And if I had that Volatile, if I didn't go for that attack, I instantly ran into that Volatile, those two shamans would be dead. And I saved myself like 20 seconds. Yeah, Volatiles are fun to play with. How many boulder ticks? About 5. I kind of wing it. For the third skull skip, you just always dodge 1, no matter what. The 40% one. For the second one, I kind of wing it by about 3 seconds, 5 ticks. Like if the first boulder drops within like 5 ticks of the skulls hitting the floor, I'll typically just dodge the second one. Yeah, you don't need to drop an item. You could use Mogul Kirby's guide if you want to see the advanced Red X setup. And then you can look at like my YouTube shorts if you want to see how I'm doing the Red X. My Red X is a little bit different. It basically employs techniques from Mogul Kirby's advanced Red X setup, and it changes the setup into a 5-tick cycle instead of a 6-tick cycle. Which is really, really good time save. Probably the best time save we found in a long time in ToA. Recorded guide? No, not for the Red X cycle yet. I have some shorts illustrating it if you want to see it. I have written a text guide. It's in my Discord. You can see my. You can also join my Discord through my YouTube channel. I don't know if it's in my description, but actually I think it is. And if you look in the pinned messages in general, there is a text guide with some examples in it. I am too lazy to make a guide right now. But I did give permission to Mogul Kirby if he wants to update his Red X guide or make a separate one to show off the 5-tick. It looks so easy, but it isn't, yeah. It's actually somewhat difficult because the cycle is kind of a reactive or an adaptive cycle. Based on what Baba does, the cycle is different. Like if Baba only did regular melees, it's essentially the same cycle over and over. But because she also does slow shadow, you have to move the cycle back a little bit. Because she does rock throw, might have to move it back a little bit. If she does rock throw into shadow, you have to move it back 2 times. Like, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of different like things to worry about. But once you get the hang of it, if it makes sense, like, oh, both slow shadow and rock throw move it back the whole cycle a tick, then it makes sense. At the end of the day, you're always getting like, you know, X amount of fang hits and stuff. You're always doing the step under, or not step under, you're always doing the super drag at the end. The end is technically when your Red X becomes like a regular Red X cycle. All that stuff kind of clicks at some point once you get the hang of it. And that, I think discovering that method made me change my opinion about ToA not being that in-depth. Because it can be in-depth if you play all that stuff. It's not as in-depth as like ToA and stuff, but not ToA, like ToV and Chambers, but I think a problem is that in teams it's still more efficient to, in like a 4-man or a 5-man, it's still probably more efficient to do a 6-tick after the first cycle before rocks are out. Once rocks are out, it'd be better to do a regular 6-tick cycle because you don't want people to lose ticks like teammates. One DDS Spec? Oh, that's pretty good. Damn, I got shredded by the Agiles today. How's it going, Saucy? Doing alright. Raiden out of Masori pants into a Masori body. Making money. Reluctantly. Into another pair of chaps. It's a shadow? I don't believe it. Shadow doesn't exist anymore. The Agiles are more unique, yeah. But when I hit the Agiles, I only do it if I can also hit Kephri at the same time. If you notice carefully, I actually stacked those Agiles on Kephri's southwest tile and planned the dung ahead for that too. So I'm getting like a little bit of everything. Hitting the Agiles also releases the Agile cap, so Kephri can spawn more eggs, which I don't really care about her spawning more eggs. It just means she's not dunging me as often, which is nice. Apparently training them is equal DPS to Fang. So, not bad. Might as well rake in a few extra points if I can, right? Making a few points without losing too much speed. Noodling. Little DC never hurt us. I don't want to lead the raid over this though. Please fix itself by then. Oh, still too laggy. Thanks, Jagex. Appreciate it. Oh, you guys too, huh? Thanks, Jagex. I really appreciate servers exploding again. I was like, I don't want to do the whole raid over. I'd rather die and pay the 500k, take my chances that the server recovers by then. It did not. Well, no B3B. I am gonna take a break off that. Ooh, we are now at 100k anglerfish again. 400k D darts. Hey, dragon arrows. We're stacking, we're stacking. Oh, these are worthless now. Just sold some. Oh well. I need more of these. charge up. Wait. I mean, I'll get my inventory ready for another raid, but I'm not gonna do one for now. Just gonna sell my stuff. That's clearly a sign from Jax telling me to fuck off. Made too much money, I guess. Talking too much trash. Is what it is. Tob or ToA, TOB. Especially if I could solo it, TOB. I think TOB is more fun. Thematically, it's cooler too, but I will admit, ToA has some upsides. Credit to where credit is due, I think. Like, we're talking about money, ToA. Not even a doubt. Tob is broke. For broke people. No money there. But it's more fun. IMO. Alright guys, I'm leaving. Have a good rest of your nights. Thanks for tuning in to today's stream.